Hi everybody, this is Joni. I just thought I would take a few minutes on my way home from work and just talk about um, the storms that we're expecting along the East Coast. I hear the hurricanes are over the next few days are going to be going through Florida. And I have a brother in Florida, and my son lived in Florida up until just a few months ago. And it's a scary time, and I'm praying for all of the people that are in the path of the hurricane. Um, I know that, people in Florida have a lot of experience with the hurricanes, just living in that area, but um, you just, I know for myself, I live in a beach community, and we got hit with Hurricane Sandy pretty bad. I had the whole entire first floor of my house destroyed. Had to be just completely ripped out and rebuilt. And all you need is just a couple of inches of water. You don't even need like 4 feet of water. 1 foot of water, once it, covers your flooring and hits that sheetrock, it's got to be torn down, so you don't get mold. But, a couple of inches is just enough to ruin every electrical appliance you have, boilers, washer dryers, dishwashers, stoves, refrigerators, everything. And it's a lot of money to replace that. But so I know what it's like. We went without power for a month and couldn't cook, had no light, had no TVs, we were living by candlelight for a month, and it was late October, early November, so it was cold and it was horrible, and I don't wish it upon anybody. But I will say, in times of need like that, communities do pull together. At least, ours did. Um, we had the Red Cross, um, coming down up and down our blocks every day with blankets and toiletries, and they brought like dehydrated food, water, cleaning supplies. We had Taco Bell coming down like in an ice cream truck with tacos, handing them out, at dinner time one evening. Another evening, McDonald's came down in what was like an ice cream truck and was handing out cheeseburgers and drinks, and it was just amazing. So many unexpected things. We had the local high school, the teachers got together and set up, they called it Camp Bulldog because Bulldog is our mascot, and they set up a place every evening between, say, the hours of 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. You could go down there and pick up a hot meal, and it was just residents of our town were cooking trays of food, putting them on sternos, and serving them to the people whose homes were affected. And because they knew we couldn't cook, it was a bad time. We didn't know if it was going to be covered by our homeowner's insurance because, we didn't know, was it a storm? Was it a hurricane? Was it going to fall under the classification of a national disaster, and all that. We had FEMA trucks down here working with us in trailers. I remember sitting in that FEMA truck one day and I just broke down. I said, I just want my house back the way it was. I'm not asking for anything more. I just want what I had, and it took us a solid 10 months to get it back together again. That's how long it took, weekend after weekend of my husband, working on the house between the tear down and the rebuild. But we were fortunate. There were people who their homes were condemned. There were people who just their homes went into foreclosure, and they lost a lot. So I pray for anyone who is in the path of the hurricane, that you are safe, and that your home does not get hit with any damage. And if they advise for you to evacuate, please evacuate. The fire trucks, they can't, if there's fires, they can't get down your streets if they're filled with water. If somebody gets sick, has a heart attack or something, the ambulance cannot get to you. So listen to what they say when they advise evacuations. They know what they're talking about. So be safe, everyone. You're in my prayers, and hope to hear next week that you're all fine and that the storms have all cleared out. Bye, guys. Thank you.